All right, good afternoon. It is September 16th, 2021, and today we had this overnight highs and lows. We hit a measured move, which is this blue line right here. Not sure if that's like, no, it doesn't look like that was to fill a gap. We hit this measured move and went a little further down here. Sorry for all those measured moves. And then we reversed. And both of these, this downtrend here and this uptrend here, were very strong. So there were a few really good opportunities to make money. So especially here in the afternoon. So I think everyone should have been all right if they stuck with the trend. Looks like prices might again respond to this midline of this uptrend. And it's also the midline for the overnight range. So we'll see if that amounts to anything. But let's take a look at these trades. So we got this leg down in the overnight, and then we started to make this leg down. I woke up early. I've been waking up early lately. I woke up at like 4, so I just started looking at the chart, and we got a second entry, and you know, we hadn't yet hit that measured move, so I was feeling pretty confident. Only thing I was looking at was like how this didn't reach the bottom, but that actually could work in my favor because it didn't reach the bottom. We're going to try and reach the bottom again. So when we get that second entry short set up, good place to go short. And then 5 a.m. comes in somewhere. Okay, looks like around here. And then we make this leg up right here. So this was clearly a downtrend. You can see prices working within that channel. So we make this leg up, and I was expecting a move to a new low, so I was looking for a failure. And you know, maybe this was one leg up here and this was a second leg up. So I started looking at it like that. And so when we got this second entry and it looks like a failure, I went short beneath that. I like that. And you can see a lot of other traders like that too. This was, you were in and out in probably 2 seconds here, 2-3 seconds. And then we make this the second leg up. This is the real second leg up, and you can see we come short of a measured move. So prices start to reverse. You get a first entry, second entry. So I did like this entry, but I didn't have the guts to pull the trigger because I was looking at this trend line. But it is a failed second entry long, and your entry would be beneath the EMA. So if you did take that, good read, and that turns out to be a great trade. However, you get another opportunity shortly after first entry, failed second entry, and I think that's a deserving of a red arrow. That's a great trade. So I want to point this out first. Is my original trend line was like that. So that's why I marked that red. It's off the trend line. We get a slight overshoot. It leads to a break. But after, you know, now that the day is over, we can see that this is actually the larger trend. This was just a shorter term trend. But anyway, another thing in this trend, a lot of traps occurred and a lot of second entries didn't work. So look, you get this slight overshoot here. First entry, second entry, third entry, okay? Then we get a repeat pattern right here. First entry, second entry, third entry, okay? And they're just trapping a ton of longs, but they're also trapping shorts, but they're trapping even more longs. And so we get this for first entry. This is probably, you know, I marked this red because, yeah, it's the third entry, first, second, third, but that doesn't look like, this doesn't look like a new low. First entry, second entry, that's how I'm looking at it. Yeah, so, and look, it's a repeat pattern though. First, second, it's a third entry. And then we get it again here. First, second, third entry. So I don't know. I don't think I went. Yeah, okay. I didn't go short there, but I was thinking about it. I was like, man, this has happened. This is like the fourth time that'll happen. So yeah, we break this channel, and I measured this leg up. It looks like 2 legs. I measured it to there, and it looks like we get a perfect measure move. I'll delete that. So I marked that as aggressive because that's the first break of this channel. But it was hard to see this channel. So if you saw that, I would stay out of this. But yeah, that's first, second, third entry, and I was expecting a repeat pattern, and it does hit a scalp. So anyway, we hit this measured move, and price is reversed. So let me take away those measured moves. First entry, you might even go short right there, but kind of looks like a failed second entry long. But then you get a setup right here, and only reason I didn't mark this is because usually you don't take failures in congestion, and the fact that this closed right here, this bar closed right there, this closed on the same level, I didn't like that. And this is a doji, so I've been hearing don't take failures in congestion, so I didn't take this. That is a failed second entry long, and it gets you a really nice move. Alright, so we make a new low, and we make 2 legs of correction. And look here, you might want to take this. We get this new low right here, if you want to count this as a new low. Technically, that's a first. Oh, okay, yeah. First, second, third entry. So, I mean, I don't know. That's... Maybe Mack will say something about that. Because, I mean, really what they are is people jumping in thinking that they got a failed second entry short, going long above it, and then those people get trapped. So they are traps. But anyway, after we make that low, we bounce and we just start going higher, man. This thing was really strong. You could have easily found this trend line, and I wish I had the guts to take this second entry long, but I just didn't trust it enough. But here's why I didn't trust this, because I had, and maybe other people had this too, this congestive area, I thought like that. So I was looking at it as sideways right there. So, but on the other hand, I was thinking about yesterday. And yesterday we had what looked like sideways action, and then all of a sudden prices spiked up and trended higher. So this is a second entry long right here. I was looking at this as a double bottom for a second. So I don't know why I marked that. I marked that probably thinking it was a break out of congestion, counter trend. But this right here is a second entry long, first entry, second entry, off the trend line. Wish I stuck with it. And especially because when you don't stick with those and they end up working, you get aggressive, and that's what happened with me. So I saw this midline was confirmed right here, and I looked at this as a new low. First, failed second entry short. Oh, that's another thing. Right here, this is actually a failed second entry short. So this is new low right here. I looked at this as a double bottom. First, failed second entry short. That was too early. I wouldn't go long there. But then we get a first, failed second entry short. That's also a second entry long. So if I had seen all that too, I probably would have considered it more going long here. But anyway, new low here. First, failed second entry. This is very, very aggressive. Far from the EMA. However, I like that my midline was confirmed, so that's why I took that. But it's definitely aggressive. We get this overshoot. And because of this overshoot, I was expecting a break, but we get a really nice setup for a second entry long here. And I went long here. I actually went long on the engulfing bar, but it filled me one tick higher than it should have. And so I got nervous and I backed out of that trade, and I'm disappointed that I did, because I got out at break even. Once this bar closed, break even for me looked okay. So I'm trying to think of a way to say this. Once this bar closed, this one ticked lower and then started ticking higher. Break even is going to be a trap. It's going to trap shorts. So I was like, man, I probably shouldn't get out at break even and just stick with this. But the fact that I got in a tick higher than I wanted to was really messing with my head. So there's 2 entries right here that you could have taken. This second entry long and this just high or low. But like what usually happens, we get the overshoot, it leads to a break. So you got to be careful with those. First entry, failed second entry short off the midline. Prices have been responding to this midline, but it is an aggressive move. This is just the trap. First, second, third entry. I don't know if you can actually go along there, but this is the midline. Price has been responding to it, so. And I don't see anything you can take after that. So that's what I saw for today. Let's take a look at the trades I took. All right. Okay, so yeah, second entry short. No problems with that. It's a good entry. We were in a downtrend. This is aggressive right here. This is a failure, but I felt like I was reading it right, and I was. In the end, I was reading it right. We get a break of this channel. It's a downward channel. You get a leg up. This is potentially the second leg up. So when we get this first entry, second entry long, I like that failure. And that was, like I said, that was right at the open. And so volume was high, and that filled in like probably 2 seconds. Let's see. But yeah, that's an advanced entry, probably a little too advanced for me, but that's okay. Yeah, here, very aggressive. I do wish I just stuck with the second entry instead, because then I wouldn't have taken this. But this is, I mean, look, we just had that midline confirmed. And yeah, it's a failed second entry short. So yeah, I'd rather stick with these. This is a beautiful setup right here. I'm disappointed that I backed out. I wish I stuck with it. Look at that. That's clearly 1 leg, 2 legs of correction, and a great engulfing signal bar. Beautiful signal bar. So yeah, good entry. Good entry. I just got nervous because of the overshoot. So I mean, that's understandable, but this is a strong uptrend, and I think those are the only entries I took. So I hope everyone had a great day, and I'll be back tomorrow.